Is it time to buy or sell Navitas Semiconductor stock? In this video, we will explore Navitas Semiconductor in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Thursday, the 24th of July, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You don't want to miss any critical updates that could influence your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool, powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Since the 18th of July, 2025, our system has ranked Navitas Semiconductor as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of 0. Let's examine the stock's performance during this time. Throughout this period, the stock has exceeded our expectations, achieving a gain of 32.25% since we first recommended purchasing Navitas Semiconductor 5 days ago. This equates to an average return of 6.45% per day since it was classified as hold or accumulate. A score of 0 indicates that our system predicts significant volatility and risk for the upcoming trading day. Given the recent developments, we cannot ascertain the stock's next direction, as it may move in either direction. The stock is situated in the midst of a broad and robust rising trend in the short term, indicating the likelihood of further increases within this trend. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of 139.13% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from 81.42% to 201.79%. When we analyze the longer term, our 12-month assessment projects a change of 47.03%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary between negative 59.28% to 47.03% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between $3.66 and $13.20. Our latest daily update for Navitas Semiconductor highlights significant movements in the stock price on Thursday, with fluctuations of 10.21% between the high and low. On the last trading day, which was Thursday, the 24th of July, 2025, the stock price of Navitas Semiconductor increased by 1.81%, rising from $8.82 to $8.98. This marks its 6th consecutive day of gains. Such a consistent rise is uncommon, and it is reasonable to anticipate a potential decline in the coming days. During the last trading session, the stock experienced a fluctuation of 10.21%, ranging from a low of $8.42 to a high of $9.28. Over the last 10 days, the price has risen on 8 occasions, accumulating a total increase of 43.45% over the past 2 weeks. The trading volume also increased on the last day alongside the price, indicating a positive technical signal, with 5 million additional shares traded compared to the previous day. In total, 32 million shares changed hands, amounting to approximately $288.65 million. Looking back over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price reached was $9.48, while the lowest was $1.52. Currently, the price is 5.27% or 50 cents below the 52-week high and 59.53% or $13.21 below the all-time high recorded on the 15th of November, 2021, when the price peaked at $22.19. Navitas Semiconductor, trading under the ticker NVTS, has been making headlines with a range of notable developments. On July 23rd, short interest in the stock was reported at 24%, but with only 1.2 days to cover, a major short squeeze seems unlikely. However, analysts are optimistic about Navitas's shift to higher-margin data center power chips, specifically their 12-kilowatt platform, positioning them well within the semiconductor market, particularly in collaboration with NVIDIA's upcoming technologies. On July 22nd, the stock rallied significantly, fueled by a 370% increase year-to-date, highlighting its lead over competitors like ON Semiconductor in the pursuit of power efficiency. The market appears to respond positively to Navitas's innovations in gallium nitride technology, following the announcement of its second quarter earnings on August 4th, where projections indicate a modest revenue decline. investors reacted strongly, driving the stock up by 30% on July 21st. In the short term, volatility might persist as traders gauge the upcoming earnings report. However, the company's focus on debt-free financials and innovative developments places it in a favorable position for long-term growth. Increased commodity prices could also boost demand for its power chips, providing additional support to its market valuation. Overall, while short-term fluctuations may occur, the long-term outlook remains positive for NVTS as it continues to capitalize on growth in power efficiency technology. Analyst ratings. On Tuesday, June 17, 2025, it was reported that Deutsche Bank assigned NVTS a hold grade along with a downgrade action. On Monday, April 7, 2025, it was reported that Morgan Stanley assigned NVTS an underweight grade with a downgrade action. On Tuesday, August 6, 2024, it was reported that Needham assigned NVTS an underperform grade, accompanied by a hold action. On Tuesday, August 6, 2024, it was reported that Rosenblatt Securities assigned NVTS a buy grade along with a hold action. On Tuesday, August 6, 2024, it was reported that Craig-Hallum also assigned NVTS a buy grade with a hold action. Analysts have assigned Navitas Semiconductor stock a general sell rating. They classify the price-to-earnings ratio as strong sell and the price-to-book ratio as buy. Regarding return on investment, analysts also rate the stock as strong sell. The following signals have been identified for Navitas Semiconductor. The Navitas Semiconductor Corporation stock exhibits buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, presenting a positive outlook for the stock. Additionally, there is a general buy signal indicated by the relationship between these two signals, as the short-term average is above the long-term average. During downward corrections, support is expected at the levels of $7.73 and $6.94. A decline below either of these thresholds will trigger sell signals. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Friday, July 11, 2025, and so far, the stock has appreciated by 53.77%. Further increases are anticipated until a new top pivot is established. Furthermore, a buy signal has emerged from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, also known as MACD. Volume is increasing alongside the price, which is considered a favorable technical indicator. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal from 10 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 43 days ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 9 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 6 days ago. The relation between the short and long moving averages, buy signal from 4 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal from 6 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal from 44 days ago. The relation between the short and long moving averages, buy signal from 41 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Navitas Semiconductor. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $8.47 and $8.09. There is a natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level, as breaking this level could lead to a decline to the next support level. In this case, Navitas Semiconductor Corporation finds support just below today's level at $8.47. If this level is broken, the next support from accumulated volume will be at $8.09 and $7.30. This stock may experience significant movement throughout the day, indicating high volatility with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, categorizing it as very high risk. Over the last day, the stock fluctuated 86 cents between its high and low, representing a movement of 10.21%. For the past week, the stock has shown an average daily volatility of 14.26%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Navitas Semiconductor, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, we should discuss the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly referred to as the PE ratio. This important metric measures a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. A negative PE ratio indicates that the company is experiencing negative earnings or is losing money. Even well-established companies can go through challenging periods, often due to factors outside their control. However, consistently negative PE ratios may suggest a lack of profitability and pose risks of potential bankruptcy. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 4th of August, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates stand at -5 cents. It is important to monitor these figures, as they can have a significant influence on stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Navitas Semiconductor. There's no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which means the stock could move upwards swiftly under the right conditions. In this case, you might want to enter a position and use volume to determine when to exit. On the downside, Navitas Semiconductor encounters its first support level at $8.47. If this support level holds, it could be a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Navitas Semiconductor from multiple analyst sources is sell. Let's take a look at some recent insider trades. On the 23rd of April, 2025, Todd Glickman conducted an insider purchase of 856,962 shares of Class A common stock. On the 12th of June, 2025, Todd Glickman conducted an insider sale of 100,000 shares of Class A common stock. On the 11th of June, 2025, Ranbir Singh conducted an insider sale of 21,782 shares of Class A common stock. On the 11th of June, 2025, Eugene Sheridan conducted an insider sale of 161,332 shares of Class A common stock. On the 11th of June, 2025, Eugene Sheridan conducted another insider sale of 200,000 shares of Class A common stock. Based on the 100 most recent insider trades, we've calculated the insider power to be negative with a ratio of -82.266. Overall, insiders purchased 1,575,606 shares and sold 18,324,403 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $8.67, representing a decrease of 3.46%. This stock experiences very high daily fluctuations, which contributes to an elevated level of risk. The 14-day relative strength index is at 77, further amplifying this risk. Additionally, there is a buy signal stemming from a pivot bottom identified 9 days ago. Is Navitas Semiconductor stock a good buy? Navitas Semiconductor Corporation exhibits several positive signals. However, we still do not find these sufficient to classify it as a buy candidate. At this moment, it should be viewed as a hold candidate, suggesting either holding or accumulating while we await further developments. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Friday, July 25th, we anticipate that Navitas Semiconductor will open lower by approximately 8.67 cents, beginning trading at $8.89. It is important to remember that trading carries a significant risk of financial loss. We recommend consulting a financial advisor before making any decisions regarding buying or selling securities. Your investment choices should not solely rely on information from StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day, with best regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.